On everybody, it's your boy Inside 11 coming at you back again with some insight to expand that goddamn awareness of the mind. Goddamn, you already know. Right now, we discussing, elevating our emotional intelligence as well as our logical intelligence, because we live in a world where it's either this or this. You're either gonna be emotionally intelligent and logically dumb as fuck, where you're too emotional on the right brain and you don't know how to operatively, objectively build that out. So you're actually lost in your own emotions. This could be a lot of water signs. You're lost in your emotions, your dreams, your fantasies, what you care about. Your heart chakra may be polarized, so you care too much for people, and then you get used and taken advantage of. Or maybe you're too left brain, overly logical, overly analyzing, overly objective, and not necessarily caring about how people speculatively feel about things. So being balanced in both of those energies are important. And as we look at in this Western society or this Eastern society, or really just in the whole world in general, we've been robbed. A lot of people have been robbed of their emotional intelligence, usually at a very young age, due to a trauma or an extreme event that has taken place that has overpowered you and caused you to shut down one of your energy centers, or at least lack the ability to go in there again as a spirit, because the spirit is not a form, it's not a thing. It's just a wave. A spirit is nothing really. It's just an awareness that you take throughout your whole body as a sine wave, and you're supposed to literally just do this up and down, up and down, up and down. All the organs are working in the mechanism of yin and yang and all these things. So if you actually study biology, you'll find out if something comes in, it comes out. When you breathe in, you breathe out. When you eat, you have to shit that out. And same thing, same toxins go in your body. You can sweat them out with your skin, or you can piss them out, you can shit them out. The point is, what comes in, comes out. But whenever we forget to recycle our mind, see, this has to do a lot with the Ouroboros cycle, which is nothing with the number 8. We're actually in 2024 as well. So we're actually in the year of the 8, the year of the cycle, as above, so below. Where we should really be observing right now more than ever what cycle is our mind, as far as our mental form, our body, our character that we're using, what we're paying attention to. How is that thing condensing down here on the third dimension, and what is it playing out? Is it leading us towards being healthy? Is it leading us towards being wealthy? Is it leading us to become wise? Is it even leading us to become in a great relationship with ourselves? And see, this is the limbo, this is the pattern that a lot of people may be stuck in. See, when you don't have emotional intelligence, you're not going to be able to actually really tap into the intentions of others, right? Because the yin realm, the speculative realm, is what we use to build the operative realm. So let's say, I'm a good looking dude that comes to you in the street, you a girl, tell you, girl, you looking good. And you're like, oh my God, I feel good, yeah, you make me feel good, all that shit. And then you literally go out, get in your pants, get you pregnant, everything, and then bam, I leave you like supposedly what you call a G, but that's what I call a bitch ass nigga. Because a real G, a real man, take care of his woman, take care of his responsibilities, and take care of his offspring, because he is a responsible builder, and he's a responsible member of society, and he is someone who understands that every decision matters, especially with the woman that you want to be with in the rest of your life. So we got a bunch of niggas playing games. The niggas are able to play games on the girls because the girls are trying to be too objective and forgot about their emotional intelligence, and the dudes forgot about their emotional intelligence and they're trying to be too objective. Meaning, it's about how many numbers they can get, how many digits they can get, and how many punani they can slam. You can slam dunk all day, bruh. So what am I saying? I'm saying we have a polarized society that is not actually balanced, so therefore we cannot live a holistic lifestyle. So the shadow government is enforcing a narrative. The Masons, the Jesuits, the Jews that are building your mind subconsciously through subtle influences such as entertainment, such as politics, such as the structure of the world. And they'll tell you this is how things gotta be. But see, first of all, change must begin within. So whichever area you're polarized in, whether you're too objective, whether you're too, speculative, you need to balance these two spectrums together, because you can see that for the universe to even exist, there has to be the condition of hot and cold. Otherwise, Earth wouldn't even exist, bro. You wouldn't even have a land to walk on, because you need the hotness, literally, to even create land and create practicality, both mentally and both operatively and shit like that. And all these things coincide and work together. See, this is not the first universe. This is just one multiverse out of many, and there's gonna be a plethora of multiverses created in the cycle and outside of the cycle and all sorts of shit. But what's the point? The point is that if we don't actually understand the laws of the universe and we don't begin applying these things to our daily life, we're going to find ourselves severely lacking in an area in our lives. And then we're gonna look at someone outside of us who is not lacking in that area of life, and we're gonna tell them, you're not supposed to be like that, you're not supposed to do that. See, a lot of parents be actually lacking based on them not being able to deal with the generational curses. So when their children come into this realm in reality, out of the womb, out of the ether, with some naturally autonomously doing their gifts, their purpose and stuff like that, a lot of the times the system is designed in such a way to shut down these faculties, aka destruct you and construct you in a particular manner that makes you view basically what you're doing as right, and moving that way is wrong. So some people literally believe having emotions, being empathetic is wrong. Some people believe, being objective and being calculated, being analytical is the right thing to see. None of these things is good and bad. It's just how we take these spectrums and what we use these spectrums for. Because if you actually understand esotericism, you will understand that when you see water outside of you, you're looking at an external version of emotions. Think about when someone actually gets very emotionally upset. They literally, their body, their glands begin to produce tears. They begin to produce waters, because these things are a reflection of these external things that we are looking at. So we just got lost in the Jews and Jesuits, the Masons world. Now you might be like, man, who the Jews, the Jesuits, the Masons? Man, them people, they build subconscious minds. They build subconscious hallways for you to walk upon and think that is what's right and that is what's wrong. AKA, they created a maze. They said, you get born to the system. You go to grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 zodiacs, goddammit. And then you're supposed to go to college and university. See, they've constructed a convenient system to keep you in a rat race where you supposedly climb the corporate ladder. But see, in actuality, in reality, you're actually descending further in hell. Because really, the nature of this world in totality is actually opposite. Because really, in reality, everything is just fucking opposite in this world. So if a politician tell you to, guys, we gotta go do this, assume automatically that, you gotta head the wrong way. Someone is trying to forcibly sell you something, then assume that probably is not to your best benefit. But see, the reason why we are so lost and we do these things, because we look for shortcuts, we look for all these different things. We don't want to go within and look at, especially when you get older and you're completely lost. You're like lost and shit, like mentally, because they have to get you when you're young. They have to get to you when you're young. They have to fuck you up when you was young, because that's when your mind is developing itself. And when somebody hinders that development, causes an arrested development disorder, when it comes to one of your energy centers, your chakras, to the point that you might not know how to use one of your energy centers sufficiently, just based on the way that you grew up and the way that you saw your parents grew up and stuff like that, you might just believe that narrative and think that lifestyle is for you. But anybody can dig in the earth, find metals, find gold, find silver. It's just that they have set up monopolies on these things, so we do not come up with our own ways of doing it, and we go through their systems. How the fuck does it not make sense to dig gold on your own from the ground and create a coin or product and service to sell them, rather than you go to the bank and getting a banknote or a crypto that they actually monopolize and control, which by the currency moves? Now all these things is backed up and supported by gold and silver. But with logic, you can confuse things, you can manipulate data and information, and make something make something that appears to be so, something else behind closed doors. So I was saying earlier, I can tell you, girl, I'm in love with you, dog. I can tell you, man, I want to help the American and the Canadian people. But behind closed doors, what am I doing? I got deals going on. Why? And why can't people tell? Because they don't got emotional intelligence. They believe that someone else cannot have a non-benevolent intent in front of them, based on the denomination that people have fell into society. So now you believe if you're a Christian, you only want to hang out with Christians, because you've been taught Christians are going to heaven and Jesus is gonna save you guys and y'all the elect. If you're a Jew in Israel, you believe the same shit. If you're a Muslim in the East, you believe the same shit, bruh. But see, what you can't fucking catch, homie, like me, because I'm slick like a ninja, is that them motherfuckers is fallen angels. Now, what is a fallen angel, bro? Some of y'all might be like, 11, you caught us off guard. See, that's why I'm here, bro. See, a fallen angel is a higher form of intelligence that is really designed to take you further down to your desires. Now, if that shit don't worry you, bruh, I don't know, man. You might be fucked up in the head, because that should be the number one topic of reality right now. We are following fallen angels that purposely get us lost on our route back to source and back to God, because we're supposed to bring God into reality. But since God has no one to speak for him, because God is holistic, God is it got you, last time I checked, you got a left brain and a right brain. You know, you got organs that work coherently together to create the bodily fluidly functions of your body, so you can, you know, walk the third dimension. That is just a mimic of a map that is extraterrestrial, that we really created based on observing our surrounding and stuff like that. So now what happens if we decide to separate hot and cold, wet and dry? One nigga's like, I want to be cold and wet, bruh. See, that's how we fell in this reality in the first place as fucking fallen angels. One nigga was in the corner like, man, I want to be wet and cold, dog. I don't want to change nothing. Another Negro in another corner said, bruh, I'm trying to be cold and, hot and dry, dog. And I ain't trying to change you, homie. I ain't trying to see nothing from your perspective. Because, see, I believe that subjectivity is the best in the world, dog. And another Negro sitting in the corner, objectivity, brother. You gotta be objective. You don't know science? You don't know math? You don't know laws of nature? You don't know science? You don't follow NASA? Pseudo. While someone else created that very same expression from a subjective point of view to even have an operative point of view. You can't even have a language without any subjectivity behind it. Like, you gotta figure out, because we just program people to speak languages. You can't have a business without your subjectivity to the. We can all have a soap brand, for example. Subjectively, how we go about it is gonna be different. This brand might be organic. This brand might be, fucking chemicals, blah blah. Or this brand might, half the money might go to the donation, whatever like that. Point is, we all have the ability to do both our subjective and operative faculties to build our reality. But so as long as we are giving these energies up for where the Jews, the Jesuits, the Masons are directing us to as far as the end game, why do you think they got Hunger Games, Game of Thrones, all these goddamn, all that shit? Because they're telling you, you gotta survive, nigga. But when we look outside, bruh, we can see a lot of trees, a lot of food. When you look at the soil, that shit grow. But see, they're destroying that shit on purpose to create the illusion that, you need to rely on their system, otherwise you're gonna die. And their system is taking you to death anyways, because them niggas is literally killing you secretly. See, by you not even being you, by you not harmonizing the feminine and the masculine forces, you're already on your way to being fucking dead, bruh. Because now you don't have holistic thinking, you don't have holistic feeling. Now you are lost in the ways of the world, and you have forgotten about the true ways of God, that now they have kept secret amongst their secret societies and among their fraternities, only for the people that are willing to carry out the intentions and the protocols that they have set in place for them to steer society in the right direction now, in the right direction. Now, what is right for you and what is right for me ain't the same, dog. But shit, we can sit down and talk about it, but I don't think they trying to come down and talk about it, bruh. I think they already got an idea of where we need to go based on understanding the human psyche. And are they wrong? Are they right? I'm not either or, bruh. I couldn't give a fuck. What I'm saying is we gotta be balanced. I'm saying that we gotta approach things from a way that makes sense for everybody. But see, the tools are available to elevate the human mind from its, animalistic nature, from its animalistic desire, where we can actually sanctify and make ourselves lighter, and lighter. But see, in their society, they want you to be illuminated through their knowledge and stuff like that. So if you're not a Mason, you're not a Jew, you're not a Jesuit, you're gonna be a fucking slave. The only way you're not gonna be a slave in 2024 and going forward is gonna be if you have holistic brain thinking. This requires you not to be part of no denominations. Now, shit, you can be part of the denomination, bro. You could be a Muslim, you could be a Christian, whatever the fuck you want. That shit don't matter, dog. What matter is that you understand what Jay-Z said. You in a room full of, I don't know what he said exactly. He said something about being moving slickly in the room full of vultures. Now, you could do that if you know what you're doing, and you can get to the top, and you can change some real shit. But if you lost in their system and you just want their material values, let's say, man, you want a Bentley, you want a car, man, Negro, what you gonna do when you get that Bentley in the car? Yeah, what you gonna do? Nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You're just gonna be sitting on your couch doing nothing on social media, just pretending to be happy. My life sucks. Because you're not living out your narrative, bruh. You're doing things for you. And when you do things only for you, you're not living out this giving and receiving mechanism, which actually renews all of us as spirit. and stuff like that, as we learn to be self-sufficient in the school of gods, because the overall being is self-sufficient, that is sustaining this overall existence. So what you have is a mental monopoly that has been practiced on people, where the people are internally divided, so they appear as externally divided. So if you're a person who's doing the shadow work, if you're a person who's doing the work to balance out the left brain hemisphere and the right brain hemisphere, the left brain chakras and the right brain chakras, I truly commend you, because you are on your way to reaching a point where you can, man, fucking tip this world apart. Because all it takes is a few people to reach this level, so we can actually destroy this devil and reach a new fucking level. So develop your emotional intelligence, work on your objectivity, but make sure that you don't get lost in the ways of the world, and make sure you truly do the shadow work so you can cleanse your energy centers and your spirit can truly flow effortlessly and easily throughout this temple of God that we have created, not to corrupt the earthly humans, not to corrupt humanity, but to actually assist humanity moving in a positive path. Now, that might not look like a near possibility based on how good the control they got in, but slowly and surely, if we walk together, I truly believe it's possible. And now, I'm a Virgo too, so I look at this shit like it's pessimistic. Ain't no fucking way. But in my mind, I live in a different reality. I live in a different mentality. And I've been like that since I was a kid. And I will condense that reality, even if it takes me by myself. Because it's not about, and it's about coming with other people that are like-minded individuals as well. 11th house Aquarius, 3rd house environment and friends, even though it could be on the internet communicating with people, as well as 7th house developing one-on-one relationships with people. But we got to do all these houses for God to come down here, because we got to bring God down here. The government is not going to do it. They're going to bring down their version of God. And their version of God is a detached version of God. It's the fallen God. They worship a man's mind that went to the 6th dimension, not the actual holistic brainwave fucking feeling and thinking. See, they keep the knowledge for themselves and they keep it from you. That's why I want to bring it to you, so you could understand and you can actually evolve and not devolve. Love you, appreciate you, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next video. You better believe it. Real shit.